gang, and welcome back to Rambles and Makeup with your rambling host, Dohi-sama. Today, we're gonna be doing a mashup of two looks. So grab your makeup, grab your brushes, and meet me in the bathroom. Also, we're talking about Vampire Night today, kiddies. Alright, dandelions, how's it hanging? Whew, y'all, we are back. Okay, times are trying, but we are back. Hello, welcome back to the channel, babes. Okay, gang. So today we're gonna do a Gojo inspired look, but like a Gojo cruel inspired look because I also got this idea from Jackson's Wang's music video Cruel. I really love that man. But anyways, I took this idea from that video and Gojo, and I was like, well, if I'm creating content anyways, like I might as well just create my own version of things anyways, because I can and I don't have the costumes. So you do what you can with what you can, friends, okay? And I don't need the costumes. Alright, so as always, I'm gonna start off by putting one of the contacts in. I am not going to go through the fiasco of trying to rinse it off again. That's just not gonna. Y'all, sometimes putting contacts in is like life or death for me. Like, I've made my eye extremely red for no reason, but we're not gonna dwell on it. So first of all, let me say I got some new brushes and I'm really excited about painting with them. Like, y'all don't know how happy I am. They look like this. That's like the, I like it because of the grip right here. Like, I'm really excited to use these things. We're gonna see if the hype was worth it. Okay, and if not, I'm gonna go back and dislike all of those reviews, okay? Because y'all are wrong. Ooh, y'all promise I am okay. My eye just is sensitive. So any little thing and it's tripping. So the anime we are gonna talk about today is going to be called Vampire Night. There we go. It's gonna be called Vampire Night. Now, this one is gonna be a little scandalous. I'm gonna just pre-warn you and say it is gonna be very, very scandalous now. All right, like there's just gonna be some stuff said that you are not gonna believe, and I promise you, it is hands down true. All right, y'all, I'm gonna mirror my look simply because, like, I put my contact in. This was the way I envisioned it. I drew it the other way. It's a thing. You don't need to worry about it. That's for me. That's for me. But so we're gonna talk about Vampire Night now. Ooh, Vampire Night is a rough anime in the aspects of I don't know why they assumed it was okay for them to plot this out the way they did, but they did it, y'all, without 0 ounce of remorse. They believed nothing was wrong with it. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're gonna get into it. Vampire Night revolves around like three main characters. Really, it revolves around vampires and humans. Let me staple that first part in there. It revolves around vampires and humans. This guy, his name is Zero Kiryu. And also, y'all, I'm sorry if I butchered some names. All right, we are gonna get it together. And also, let me just say this too, because I was planning on saying this. I even made the notes about it. Do not come for me when I start listing ages, okay? I did the math. I was 12 years old when this anime came out, so I have a right to feel what I feel and thirst how I thirst. Leave me be. This is also going to be parental stamped warned, okay? TVMA, we're going to try to keep this as respectable as we can. So, Zero, this baby got problems, all right? Y'all, he got issues. He is 15. Whoo, senpai, he was 15. Um, and he was taken in by the headmaster. Now, Zero hates vampires and he wants Yuki to believe that he is just a goody two shoes. We're gonna pause his story right there because I'm gonna make it scandalous for y'all. So he patrols this academy called Cross Academy. He makes sure basically, so there is a day class and a night class. A day class is for all the human girls and boys, you know, that live on campus. And then the night class is all the vampire girlies and boys that lives on the, you know, in the vampire turf, in the night world. Them. So, not Kaname, Lord have mercy, Zero, he helps Yuki guard them to make sure like the students are really not supposed to be going to see the night class students, but of course they can't stay away from them because you know they're vampires and you know who doesn't love a good vampire movie. So so Yuki Cross, she helps out Zero, and she's 15 too. I believe she is a human as well. Um Yuki. Let me see what I can say. Yuki is like she's adopted by the headmaster. He like just wants her to love him. And I don't know if y'all ever saw the anime Soul Hunter, but I swear he acts just like her dad. Voice and all. And I'm just like, you need to get together. Because now I'm starting to wonder if maybe, just maybe, you are like this. Joking, guys, joking. But, yes, so Yuki is adored by her dad. And you know, she's totally oblivious to the fact that like Zero's into her. And why? Because her head is in the clouds behind Mr. Kaname Kuran. Her name is Yuki Cross. Now, when I was looking at the vampires, I will be honest, I did not get their ages, so I'm gonna have to try to include that when I can, or when I can in this video, but like when I'm editing out. So sorry that I'm not saying it, but so uh okay, so Kaname is like head of the night class pretty much, you know. He's like the Edward Cullen of the Night Academy. Guys envy him, girls want to be with him, that type of thing. And he is seemingly enough in love with like the very oblivious human girl that's so sweet and cute and like adorable, you know. And he's flirting with this girl times a million. Like the tension in this show is off the charts. Okay, like this is like Devil's Line times 5,000. It's bad. It's bad. And it's even worse because it's a, you know, it's an older anime. It came out in 2008. And so it's like y'all were really like pushing the boundaries. It's very scandalous for that like time frame. Now people probably wouldn't like bat two eyes at it. But for it to come out then and it was just like you don't do that, baby child, baby love. But so Kaname is like head over heels into Yuki, and he hates Zero because Zero spends like all his time with Yuki, and Zero is basically trying to like wife up Yuki. It's a thing. And so Yuki, she's oblivious to Kaname. Like she's like, I'm only doing my duties, and ladies back up, don't get too close to Kaname, and ladies and Kaname and ladies. I mean, she is in love with that man. You know, like she don't even know, but she is head over heels whipped for this man. So pretty much nothing's really going on. Like the night class students, they attend the night class. Yuki, she is helping Zero out around, and the whole like reason that the academy exists is because the headmasters, Yuki's dad, who is Kane Cross, so he abducted her and he is the headmaster of the academy, and he wants to like actually bring a world of like humans and vampires, you know, like learning how to coexist with each other and like build trust and, you know, all that great jazz. And so Yuki and Zero are trying to like help his dreams come true. And so the Yuki and Zero are just, you know, like running around trying to keep everybody alive and make sure like the little thirsty girls and boys like keep safe distances, you know, and they're not like trying to sneak into their dorms or like, you know, just do those scandalous little things. And so that's what Zero and Yuki are up to. But of course, nothing is ever really so simple. So there are a bunch of people on the vampire team that I want to call out real quick so I can talk about them just in random order. There's well, first of all, there's Ichiro Kiryu, who is Zero's younger twin. We're gonna get into him. Hanabusa, Aido, Shinri, Shiki, Kane, Akatsuki, Ruka, Sorai, Soreri. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put it up. Takuma Ichi you. I kind of crossed this name out, so my bad. And Rima Tuya. And then there's Maria Kurenai. Well, okay, we'll get into them. We'll back up, scratch her name out. Okay, so those are all the vampires who are like rotting and dying for Kaname. And like, not to be that person, but I'm gonna go off on Kaname in a little bit because Yuki. But they're like, these vampires are loyal to him. Two of them are called his right hand man. One of them, she want to be with him so bad to the fact that she like hates Yuki and like wants her head on a silver platter. I don't need you, and I hate that I just did that. She wants her head on a silver platter, and Yuki is none the wiser as to why baby child don't love her. And I'm sitting here thinking, Yuki, every time Kaname get close to you, the air in my room goes stiff. Like, how are you not? She reminds me of baby child on Bridgerton, who did not know that she did not realize that her sister and her like fiance were like such into each other. And so when she finally sees it, she's like, have I really been that blind? And I'm just like, baby, you don't want to know. So yeah, Yuki gives her vibes very badly. Uh so two of these guys, they're like the troublemakers of the groups. They're funny, okay? One of them I have a soft spot for, Senri. Like, he is just precious. So they are all loyal to Kaname. And there was this one random girl whose name was in there, and I could not for the life of me remember who this chick was. So I did not want to talk about her per se, but I will link her because she was telling everybody like Kaname is not as great as you think he is, and I'm just like, sis, spill the tea. Like, tell me something that I shouldn't know. Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk while I'm doing this because I'm not making much headway here. But so the night class, you know, like they're doing their thing. They're trying to not eat the humans and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're on about in the land of the living. And humans are like, bite me, dad. Dad, bite me, daddy. Take out my throat. And yeah, you know, it's just a wild, wild time, my loves. So this story basically is revolved around Yuki Kaname and Zero. Now, Zero doesn't like when she goes and spends times with Buddy Boy, but she goes and does it anyway because she's like, I'm a grown woman. You ain't gonna tell me where I can go and what I can't do and who I can't be with in these streets. She was giving him that kind of energy. And so she goes to see Kaname from time to time. And like I say, what is this lady's name? Ruka. She is just bitter, okay? Ruka, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. She is just bitter. She's bitter, she's bitter, she's bitter, and she's mad because not Zero, but Kaname doesn't want her dusty dry bones, and she wants people to feel bad for her and pity her, but guess what? We do not, because that is not your man. Anywho, so there comes a point in time where, like, Kaname starts to really fancy Yuki, and Yuki's like becoming a certain age. I don't know, like y'all. Even some of the intros for this anime is a little creepy. I ain't gonna even lie to you, okay? I'd be sitting on the bed like, what is happening here? Am I watching a horror movie or what? So Kaname ends up asking Yuki to like attend this ball with him, and she agrees. She's like, okay, wicked. Let's do it. Let's party and turn up. Now, the issue with this is at the party, Kaname is giving the energy. Like, he's giving the energy. He's giving the energy. Thrown on the couch energy, like just clutching my pearls type energy. And you know, as a 15-year-old watching that anime, I just could not fathom why Kaname was the way he was, but he always had me blushing. So, Kaname throws her down and was like, "You don't know what you do to me. Like, you're playing these games, and like, you know, he's making her heart race, and he's like, I can hear you, and it's just, it's just filled with a whole lot of tension, and we're gonna leave it at that in case any youngins did creep and stay around. So, Kaname is like head over heels for Yuki, and he wants to make it known that like Yuki's is his forever. Now, as Yuki starts getting older, like mysterious things start happening. There is this guy who comes out the woodworks, and he's just suspicious. I think one of them, Shiro, if I'm not, Senri, his grandpa or whoever tries to like essentially take over his body. I have to look it up, but it was weird. It was real. But his wife came and saved him. And I'm just glad he got somebody to love. Y'all know what I mean? Somebody to love. All right. So y'all, a lot of angst is just going on in this show. And she has a host body. Her name is Hio. I'm gonna go look it up. Give me 1 second. Hey dandelions, editor Dohi Summer here, and real quick I just wanted to put a little shout out to the bestie for the restie. Y'all, she gave me the cutest little Gojo doll ever for Christmas, and I just wanted to put it up here and say I love you, kid. Thank you so much for doing this, sunshine, and I wanted you guys to see it as well, so here we go. All right, y'all, I'm back. So Kaname ends up basically telling Yuki, like, I love you, you are mine, you are going to marry me. And Yuki is pretty much like wicked. And it baffles me even more because I'm gonna drop the ball on y'all. Yuki and Kaname are half siblings. Like, they are brother and sister, but since children, they were like wed to each other. And it's even more ridiculous because apparently Kaname is like uh his like great great grandfather reincarnated. Those are in the books, and I did not read the manga once I found out because I was just like, y'all are wrong. um but yeah, Kaname is getting it on with his great great granddaughter, and we just love how they keep it in the family. But so Kaname is trying to take uh Yuki away. He wants to keep her safe. He wants to have a family with her. And she's willing to go. Like, her true powers woke up. She was ready to face the world. And so Kaname was like, we're gonna leave and start a new life. Like, either y'all are coming or y'all are not. And I think like, excuse me, was it the uncle who came back and like was trying to kill you? It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. Okay, like he was trying to get with you. I don't know, man. It was just they were weird, okay? They were really weird. And I was gonna double back to Zero and his brother, cause listen, they got weird energy, alright? I need y'all to go and watch the scene where like they're about to fight, and I'm just like, what is happening in this anime? So yes, Yuki is in love with her brother. Um, it reminds me of those Snapchat. Oh Lord, it reminds me of those Snapchat shows. Love Don't Judge. Um, yeah, cause Yuki's brother was like, I'm gonna marry the love of my life, and there ain't nothing a lick of y'all can do about it. It was just beautiful. He chose love. And Zero, of course, was bitter about it. Zero, y'all, he broke my heart because Mans was out here bearing it all. Like, he was out here like, Julia, Julia, you know I never make a fool of you. Like, he was giving her all that. And still, she was like, Kuname. I would have been like, you little raggedy, thirsty, dusty human. I'm a vampire too. And yeah, y'all, that is the other scandalous news. So, Zero had been bit once upon a time by the lady who was taking over baby child body. What's her name? Her name is Hio Shizuka. Her name is Shizuka. And she was, she had bit Zero. And, like, for whatever reason, her brother, Zero's brother, becomes really loyal to her. And I'm like, she didn't even want you. Like, what did you think this was? Anywho's, yeah, that lady, she bit Zero. So Zero, he was a vampire too. Like, he could have gave Yuki everything she wanted. But I guess what she really wanted was to keep it in the family. Oh, that joke felt too good to not be said. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, and then y'all, I'm telling y'all, this anime, cause like you would think the noble clansmen, they wanted to like protect each other and band together, you know, like solidarity with the vampires. Nah. A lot of people had their own self-interest. They were really, really just out for them. Okay, let me explain Yuki's situation a little better while I'm doing this. I think I can hold still enough. So Yuki, her memories were repressed. So she did not know that Kaname was her like sibling. Um, it wasn't until like she turned her like age and like bloomed or blossomed or whatever the hell it was that she was supposed to be doing. Once she did that, that's when like she was this tough, confident warrior girl, and she was like, I know who I am. The cold doesn't bother me anyway. That was her, you know. She was giving very much, I'm a grown woman, you know. Yeah. And so yeah, she never knew that Kaname was a brother, but Kaname knew, and Kaname was like, with this ring I take thee to wed. And okay, so when I first watched the anime as a kid, you know, like I knew what they said they were, but of course I overlooked it. But as a grown up, it's hard to overlook the signs, okay? I saw the signs. And so yeah, like I say, fine. Step siblings, you know, it's anime. Like I can get behind that. But for it to be her grandfather, reincarnated? Like, y'all, I can't see myself getting behind that. Like, that's just a little bit too much for me. But yeah, I'm telling you. And at one point, Conor, I don't like him. I'm gonna double back to that because at one point, like he was telling basically, it felt like he was not having regards for anybody's life but Yuki's. And I mean, fine. She is your lover with all due respect. But these people have sworn their life to you and you don't care about them? Like, to me, Yuki should have dipped. She should have dipped. She should have went and been with Zero. Okay? But Kaname, man, he was just faster. When he pinned little baby down on that couch, little baby, you blow my mind. That's gonna be our song of the week. Little Baby by Young Hot Yellow Minsick. But yeah, so she was whipped because he made her feel like a woman. And Zero was just too late. Zero should have had that same energy. He would have got her. I bet you he would have got her. Yeah, watch what I tell y'all. He would have got her. And then it does not say if like Zero ever got married or found somebody to call his, which I kind of hope he did because he deserved love too. All he ever wanted was to be a lover, not a fighter. He just felt like he had to fight Okaname for a girl who didn't even want him. Love is tragic, y'all. Love is a tragedy. But still, I mean, I believe in love, but you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, Kaname, has took his sister to y'all. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's just a big scandal. But okay, so I give not Devil's Line. I give Vampire Night like a 6 out of 10. If I'm being honest, like I say, the whole sibling thing just throws me for a loop. Cause no matter how I try to spin that, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, y'all. It's just wrong. And I don't know what else to say about it but that. So that's the biggest flex, cause like I said, if they would have left it as step siblings, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. But you gonna make this her whole grandpa? I just can't, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not that I can't, it's that I won't. I simply put I will not. But that, and I'm telling y'all, it was giving very much Bella, Jacob, Edward type vibes. And I don't know. I feel like Baby Child, she was a little bit too oblivious for me. Like, dang, even I know I have my oblivious moments. But girl, Zero, girl, how could you not tell that that man really wanted to be with you? And you gonna sit up here and act the way you acting behind Kaname, and you not even supposed to be with him in the first place. Like, she rude. She is rude. The side characters, they're also pretty funny. Like I say, some of them got their own little attitudes, and I'm always like, you can calm down with all that energy. But I mean, they seem like the life of the party. All right, y'all. So that part is done. So yeah, like I say, overall, I would give it like a 6 out of 10. I'm not saying don't watch it. I think you should go and watch it. I definitely think you should go and watch it. To let me know what you think about it. And I mean, like I said, because it is such a older like anime, I can enjoy it for what it was. Cause like I said, I was 12 when it came out. So it is not as if it came out in today's like society and world where things like that is okay. Vampire Night was such a scandalous anime, and I was like, we are bridging the lines of softcore at this moment, and I do not know how to handle this. And I even went back and watched this anime last year, I believe, and I was just flabbergasted. I was like, I can't believe I didn't remember half the stuff happened that did happen, you know. And like I said, the tension is just, y'all, that tension is thick. Like, believe me when I say it is palatable, palatable. It's that word. Just heavy. And like I said, I was so mad. I was even more mad when I found out they were siblings both times, because the energy was off the charts. And I was like, no sibling should ever look at their sister like they are a piece of meat. Cause he was about to like Chris Brown her and take her down. And you know, it was just, it had me questioning a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a little like, I got questions and answers, and I'm curious about this anime, and I shouldn't be. And I think they even, if I'm not mistaken, they even had kids, which is just beyond me. And Devil's Line is Kurenai Maria. She gave her body over to old Shizuka, and she was letting her inhabit her body so that way she could like drink her blood and, you know, become back strong again or whatever. Um, and than what I expected. But yeah, she was letting the old girl use her, and she was just such a little brat too. Like I felt bad for her, but at the same time, I'm like, you do not have the right to act the way you acting. Like, you just don't have rights here. Um, Hang on, guys. Okay, I kind of low key forgot what I was talking about. Shizuka, she was a horrible person. Her and this lady, Rito, is the uncle. Um, he killed he killed Yuki's dad, who is Hakura Kuran, and her mother's name is Juri. Um, yeah, so Rito, this chump, he kills the dad because for whatever reason, he wants Yuki. And the dad is like, you will not pass. And he's like, oh yeah, watch me. And he just bodies the poor man. But, you know, he held his own and his daughter prevailed in the end. But, yeah, he's a jerk. We don't like him. He's a little chump or whatever. And, I'm losing my train of thought. He is, like I said, just a bad guy. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the one who like comes back and is trying to get his lover reincarnated, and I'm just like, but at whose expense? Like, why do y'all get so possessed over Yuki? But apparently she's like a really strong vampire. So they were trying to subdue her and like keep her down. And then it made me even more mad when Zero came with her with that energy talking about, you disgust me. Zero, you should be disgusted of yourself, because the hard fact of the matter is, buddy, is you're one of us. You are one of the night. Like, you can't be out here disrespecting me because you are bitter and unhappy, because I wouldn't give you the hoop de va. I don't know what that is. I don't even know how to spell that, but it was said. Okay, and I stand by that saying. But yeah, he was bitter with, oh, Yuki, and Kaname. Which I would have hated Kaname too. Like, you little smug bastard. Like, you gonna sit here and steal my girl, and you could have anybody else in the world. Like, literally got handmaidens being thrown at your feet, and you gonna take the sister, your only sister? Like, could world be more cruel? Poor Zero. He just wanted to be loved. Like, he didn't deserve the bullcrap they gave him. I stand by it, you know. Like, I may not have known whose side I was on between Edward and Jacob, but I was hands down team Zero, you know, until he started like treating her mean and pushing her away. I'm like, if you would just love her, you could have her, and like all this fighting could grow away and you'd have your baby. But no, you want to let Condomme come up here and take over and run things, and now look at you. You just busted and disgusted by yourself in the corner. Okay. I feel so passionate about that apparently. But yeah, so Zero just out of there, y'all. Like, out of all the anime characters I could ever pity, I pity him pretty hard. Like, then when he tells her, he's like, oh, it did, if I'm not mistaken, didn't she have a child with Zero? I gotta look that up to confirm that, y'all. I'm gonna put it in here, but if I'm not mistaken, she, like, yeah, she got a baby with Zero. I want to say that happened. I was talking to an old friend about it, and she was telling me that, and I was just on the phone like, you're lying to me. Like, this is some wild news that I am hearing today. Y'all, that anime was rough. But if you just want an anime for giggles and like I say, really for giggles and like the shock value of the scandal content, then I definitely hands down think you should watch Vampire Knight. You know, like, the love story is great and all, but of course, you can't really get behind that knowing that it's being kept in the family. I don't know what other way to word that outside of that. So yeah, it has me feeling triggered because it was a nice storyline. But like I say, it is worth the watch if you just want some shock value and some it is very tense filled without it being overly, like, I guess, sexualized in a sense. It was more of like about the looks and about like what he said to her when he saw her, how he treated her, you know, that shock value, instead of like, girl, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z to you. I'm about to give you this testosterone. It was subtle. It was not in your face like that. That's all I'm saying. Kaname was like, I'm gonna put it down. Okay, and then so some of these members I want to talk to y'all about. There's one in particular. Uh, is it Akatsuki? Yeah, Akatsuki. That's baby. All day, every day. He can do no wrong. All right, he's right here. Scenery is right here. They just there together. All right. They are there. Even the headmaster, all right, he got issues, but I'm like, I could be headmistress for you. You know, like, you may not be a la carte, but you're working with something. Yes, you are. Can I go to? I come on. Get it together. Here we go. There was also a demon hunter that appeared in there, and he was very good at his job. I just must say. And who? What else? What else was going on in Vampire Night? That's pretty much it, y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Like I say, the little human girls be literally risking it all. A arm, a throat, everything to get these guys' attention. And they're like, you want it? You want it? And any way you want it, that's the way you need it. I didn't know which way I wanted to take that. But yeah, they are here for the energy. They got all the smoke apparently, and they like my favorite quote. They're here for a good time, not a long time. Especially if they get them blood bags. But anywho, yeah, y'all, it's a funny anime. It's plot intense. I mean, if you could get over the fact that, like I say, they are siblings, I think you should hands down go and watch it. Definitely go and watch it. I would watch it again. Um, like I said, it's just well, I don't know. I don't know. I say I would watch it again, but honestly, knowing what I know now about the manga, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I can afford to have my sanity questioned if I watch this again. I just don't know. Okay, I really don't. So I'm gonna have to keep y'all updated about that. But yeah, guys, that's my anime review. Like I say, it was the plot and everything made sense. It was better than old the other anime series, the vampire one with like the brothers. I'm gonna have to staple in a picture, see if y'all remember it. But yeah, I will say though, Vampire Night, though the music is kind of like sketchy and creepy, I do actually kind of enjoy the songs. Like they're a little bit of a bop, you know what I'm saying? And everybody loves a good old haunted, old, like vintage anime. I'm still here for it because that was the way I was raised, like my era. Um, and like I said, it was good. And then of course I liked it even more because vampires. That was very much my mama's son-in-laws when I was a kid. This lady, she got so many son-in-laws. I know she'd be ashamed of the lineup. I know she'd be ashamed of the lineup. I'd be ashamed to tell her of the lineup. Because even now, sometimes I think about like my old ideal types, and I'm just like, life was rough, wasn't it, for you, baby? Life was very rough. Alright, gang. So the last thing I'm gonna do is add on some glitter because I love glitter and you know. Alright, my babes, my sweet little things, I'm about to get out of here. This was Gojo plus Jackson Wayne Cruel video inspired look. Um, if it needs explaining, these are like the lightning lines that come out of Homegirl's side and like Jackson's side. And like I thought it would be fitting with Jujutsu Kaisen because Gojo is like this cursed sorcerer and he's amazing. So like this is the cursed lightning and like the infinity eyes, all that jazz. So this is what I pulled. I saw a picture, I'll attach it, of what or pictures of what I drew inspirations from. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will put my other contact in, and as always, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the video you'll see the look. So I love you. If you did enjoy, please kiss me with that heart button. Please comment down below what looks you would like to see, what manga you would like me to read or talk about, or what shows you would like me to read or talk about. I hope you had an incredible week, and I hope you have an incredible weekend. And until I see you next time, please always remember that the Lord does love you truly. He blesses you, He loves you, and I love you as well. Have a great day, guys. Bye.